Hi folks, and welcome back to Science is Awesome. Good morning to you all. Today our special guest is the lovely Miss Anna Bowden. Please come on in.
Hi.
Nice to see you today.
Here.
Yes, please sit down.
All right.
So Anna, I hear that you're doing some sort of research at the moment. So
I
could you talk to me about that? What are you doing exactly?
Okay. Well, I am an undergraduate researcher at Jacksonville State University, and I research snails. Now, most people think that's totally boring, but snails are actually really important for our ecosystem and our health because many people don't know that snails are intermediate hosts to parasites that can infect animals and other humans. So that's what I like to do, snails.
So you're saying that these snails carry parasites. Now, where exactly are these snails?
Well, this specific snail I am researching on is only in 2 counties in the world that we know so far, and they are in Calhoun County and Talladega County. Jacksonville State University is in Calhoun County, so this is of the utmost importance.
So you're saying right outside here in our
Right
backyard.
outside of our door. And so, you know, there are freshwater snails everywhere, and much research has been done on these freshwater snails in other parts of the world. But since this is a little corner of the whole world, it hasn't really seemed much important to people. But I've done preliminary research, and there are definitely parasites in these snails.
Okay, so I mean, what exactly are these parasites? Like, how do you find them? How do you what do you go about doing?
Well, these
to
parasites,
identify
the specific ones I'm looking for are trematodes. And trematodes are a parasitic flatworm that go through multiple life stages, and each life stage is in a different host. And so it's in its larval stage in the snail host. And snails are pretty easy to catch. They're very slow. You don't have to chase them down. So I can go in a river, get a big collection of snails and dissect them, and I'm sure to find some parasites in those snails.
So you're just gonna go around different freshwater streams around Jacksonville?
Yeah, there's 4 specifically that I'm looking at, but there are plenty more to be done. But right now I'm focusing this project on 4 waterways.
Very interesting. Okay, so what are the procedures you go to collect the snails and to identify the parasites, the trematodes?
Absolutely. Because we don't know exactly which parasites and which trematodes are infecting these snails, though we know parasites are infecting these snails, we have to have a way to figure that out. And so morphologically, trematodes are pretty hard to identify. So I have to use more advanced scientific methods. I am really focusing on the D1S80 gene and these trematodes. And so once I finish dissecting my snails, I take snails with infected tissue and run them through DNA extraction and isolation. And then I do polymerase chain reaction, PCR, to using trematode-specific primers. And using that, I can see the sequences of these trematodes at the molecular level, and I can know exactly which trematodes are there. So right now I have seen 3 morphologically different trematodes, but I don't know if they're all of the same family or same species, or maybe they're completely different. So that's what I want to figure out.
Simply amazing. Now you're talking about all this heavy duty equipment, procedures you have to run through. So I mean, that's gonna cost a little bit of this. So
Yeah.
I mean, how are you gonna come by all that money?
Well, Daniel, my total budget is $1,514.38. Down to the cent. I have figured out exactly what I need to do this at the lowest cost but the highest efficiency. And I really need donors. You know, I could try to do this alone, but I simply don't have the resources. But I would love for people to see the importance of my cause and donate to me.
Everyone watching this video now, please take into consideration Miss Anna Bowden with the research. This is very important. Speaking of importance, what do you think? What do you think your research will do to the benefit of society, of the environment? Like, what is your higher science purpose? for
Well,
this?
the higher purpose for this experiment is to help local veterinary and medical personnel because, as I mentioned earlier, these parasites, yes, they infect snails that no one cares about, but when they get into their adult stage, these trematodes get into their adult stage, they can infect all vertebrates, so dogs, cats, children, people, all sorts of people. So these medical personnel knowing exactly which parasites to look out for is very important, and it also benefits JSU's undergraduate research. When the community sees us giving back and giving them information about what's going on in the environment, we get more support from them and we can get more outside funding because when we have successful experiments, then the whole university succeeds.
You hear that, folks? Fighting the battle before it's even begun. That's what it's all about here at JSU. Miss Anna Bowden, lovely to have you here. You seem like a very intelligent, profound young person. It's such an honor to have you on my show.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming by. This is Daniel Kang signing off with Science is Awesome.